We're focused building a growth company in gold in Idaho. Forward-looking statement. Why am I in this business? Well, let me start by how I left the business in the first place, which was 2009, having been part of the team that built Kinross from a $1.7 billion company to a $17 billion company. I left when we were at the top of the market, in my view at that time, and just happened to get the timing pretty bang on. Roll forward to today, and I think we're at the bottom of the market. I think this is a good time to be building a growth company in gold, and I've come back to do that. This is an illustration of what's happening with the pace of global production versus the pace of global discovery, and never mind the time that's required to permit and construct and do all those things that are required to build a mine. So there's a big gap, and there's a big opportunity to fill that gap, I think, for investors. That means opportunity to make money. How do we do that? We create a growth company in gold by starting with a veteran team that's had success in the past. We launched Revival Gold in 2017, and we started with the Beartrack Arnett project in Idaho, and we're underway with an aggressive exploration program this year. We'll spend about $4.2 million. We had a tight capital structure, 50 million shares outstanding, market cap of about 25 million. About 85% of the stock is in very strong hands. Groups like Orion Mine Finance, our principal financial sponsor, U.S. Global, Gold 2000, high net worth individuals, management at about 13%. So really a very tight float on this company. Here's the team. I talked to you about a veteran team. I'm a mining engineer by training. I've been in growth, in gold, for most of my 30-year career. And our independent non-exec chairman is Diane Garrett. We've got a super team here, a lot of capital markets expertise, a lot of expertise in Idaho, and a lot of familiarity and expertise with this particular asset. This is a differentiating feature between us and a lot of other companies out there, and certainly companies focused in the state of Idaho. Why Idaho? Because there's a lot of gold in Idaho. Second or third largest silver producing district in the world, big phosphate producing district. Barrick and Agnico have come into the state. And why would one want to go to other parts of the world when we've got great opportunity here in the United States? Beartrack is a former producing open pit heap leach operation, produced about 100,000 ounces a year of gold. We went in, put out a 2 million ounce maiden resource in May last year, continued drilling and extended the strike along the mineralized trend a full kilometer south of the existing resource. We actually started in Idaho by pulling together a land position at Arnett. A couple of you in the audience have been out there. It's a very nice and prospective land position, and it just gives us a great overall total package of about 15,000 acres in Idaho. I won't go into the geological details except to point out a couple of things. There's a large fault structure through this property position that hosts the 2 million ounces of resource. It's open at depth. It's open to the south. We've got grades in the system like 9.7 meters of 72 grams at depth, about 450 meters. We've got 2 million ounces of resource. We've got a 5-kilometer trend of mineralized structure. We've got open oxides in the western part of the property. Lots to work with here. I'll skip this slide in the interest of time. This is a summary of our operational program for this year. As I said, $4.2 million into the ground. We'll drill about 4,000 meters. We'll do met testing, and we'll be into a resource update, starting that before the end of this year. This is another big advantage about Revival Gold is we're starting with infrastructure. We've got an ADR facility, leach ponds. We've got power to site. We've got a cyanide permit. We're about 11 miles from a town of 3,000 people. That gives us a lot of advantage. No requirement for a camp on site. A lot of capital savings when we contemplate a potential restart of this operation. You all are thinking about what's next, and this is kind of a summary slide of that. Drilling, metallurgical test work, resource update, a lot of catalysts in the company. We've got stock targets on the company as we build awareness of the new story in the order of 3 to 4 times the current share price at about 50 cents a share. So lots of catalysts, a lot of upside in the story. And really, the summaries on this slide, we're a veteran team. We're fast-tracking the project. In the first 7 months, we were able to put out a maiden resource of 2 million ounces. We've got a proven property. Over 3.5 million ounces have been discovered or produced to date, and we see clear potential for 3 million ounces on this property or more. We're already at two-thirds of that's in the indicated category, so it's a solid resource. And finally, I'd say, lots of catalysts ahead, and we're funded to do all of that. Lots more details in the slide deck. Come by the booth area we have here at C10 if you'd want more information. And thank you for listening.